We just wanted to talk real quick about this campground, which is Newhalem Campground here in North Cascades National Park. The reason, number one, let's start off with the reason why we are at this particular campground. You want to tell them or should I?
Basically, we were canceled from the other campground due to fires.
Yep, which was Colonial Creek South. That's where we were going to stay. So Colonial Creek North and South were closed due to fires in the area. So we got an email while we were at, I think we were at Badlands, and got an email saying that the campground was closed. So I had to quickly try to find somewhere else to stay. So I didn't get to do much research, but it ended up being a really nice campground, and it is within the same North Cascades National Park.
Very peaceful, quiet.
Very.
You do hear some cars behind us because we're right on the main road coming in, going to the visitor center. In this case, it's definitely it's a nice campground.
Yeah, I'm happy with. I mean, the other one we had been to before, like 11 years ago, and I really liked that campground. But unfortunately, things happen, and we were able to find a good substitution for it.
Now, if you guys are asking if we smell any smoke, fire, or anything like that, to answer that question is no. In this campground, we do not smell anything like that. On the way in was a different story. We did come across some fire smells, and we
firefighters.
Also, we've also seen people still working on it. So helicopters, surveyors, a whole bunch of people were still working on controlling the fires.
And it was still smoldering in some parts into North Cascades.
Yeah.
And another thing that you may not know, North Cascades does not have an entrance gate where you pay like the $35 or you show your national park pass. They don't have any of that here. You just pretty much see the sign and you're in to the North Cascades National Park.
Come and go. Also, the last campground we went to, which was which one?
Glacier.
Okay, Glacier.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful park. A lot busier than this park by a long shot.
This is the least visited national park.
It was still pretty busy there, but I will say the camp hosts there were on their game. They gave us all the information needed when we were there. The generator hours are different from park to park that we've noticed. Glacier is like 2 or 3 times a day you're allowed for a couple hours on generator. Here it's 8 to 8. We went up to a comfort station that had it there posted.
And I'll include that right now so you can read everything.
We know there's a camp host here, but
they drove past.
We really didn't see them. We really didn't get any documentation that we normally get. The layout of the RV
campground.
park.
We drove around in the car, and it's at the exit as you're leaving the campground. That's where the dump station is.
So as you're coming in, it's a bridge, and it has a red light there or a green light. There's only one way through traffic, which it's either you're coming this way or you're going out that way. So you're basically waiting on that light. Once somebody pulls up on the inside gate and nobody's on the bridge, that light will turn red, theirs will turn green, they'll get the chance to go.
Yes.
When you come into the park, you're going to see a building on the left-hand side, and as you're wrapping around, you don't necessarily see on the other side of that is where the dump station is.
Yeah, we'll show you guys that. So right here from the campground, there is a trail that you could walk if you don't want to drive to the visitor center. The visitor center is the same entrance as the campground. So it'll say visitor center. So it's the same entrance.
Located right
Yeah.
there. That's all the further you can go.
Yeah, it's the same entrance.
Right
So
there,
if you
yeah.
want to drive to the visitor center, you're going to pass this campground anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But you can walk from the campground to the visitor center, and if you walk through the visitor center, there's a nice little hike on the other side of the visitor center, and it's
Right.
called the River Loop Trail, and it's a short, I think it's something like 2 miles. The whole loop is 2 miles.
Yeah.
So
It's
we'll
not
show
that
you
bad.
that in the video for North
not that
Cascades
bad.
National Park.
Plus the town, it's not too far out of here with the train.
Yeah, it's got the train.
I spent some time with the train. I thought it was interesting.
Oh,
Let
the-
you get on it. It doesn't say don't get on it. So if it doesn't say don't get on it, you know Scott, he's getting on it. So
And the Trail of the Cedars is also there where
Yep.
the train is. They also
Very
have
nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
playground. What else is there? They have
30-minute parking there, but
But they have
it's-
across the street you could park.
yeah, which no time limit if you want to do that. But
Mhm.
we pretty much got it done in that amount of time.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. It's not real treacherous or
No,
strenuous or anything like that. Just a nice, and you could take a ton of pictures through there, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think we're having a great time here.
Yeah, this was
this
a very
park.
nice campground. The Newhalem Creek Campground restrooms. They got 2 regular stalls and a handicap accessible one. Very clean, I must say. 2 sinks. They do have outlets. Very clean. I like the look of this. Very rustic.
Okay, so over here where Charlie showed you the bathrooms, I found this right next to it. I'm surprised they got a threaded pipe here. But there you go. You got water on both sides. There's a drinking fountain. And there's water for whatever you need, your containers or whichever. And then also right here by the bathrooms, I noticed they have another one of those right there. I guess where you dump your waste containers. So if you have an extra waste container, I guess you just wheel it over there and use that. So far so good. It's pretty wooded here. Pretty thick tree there, isn't it? Beautiful. You could smell the pine in the air. And I'm kind of surprised with all the fires. I know as we were driving in here, we smelled, you know, burnt wood, and there was a little smoke here and there. But in this campground, I can't really smell anything that had to do with fires. So to Jolly, I was telling him about how we seen smoke and we did smell fire
Yes.
coming through. But at the campground here, I smelled pine trees.
Yeah, and they said that it might be hazy and like you might smell a lot of smoke, maybe depending on which way the wind's blowing, but right now, smells good to me.
Yeah, it's really nice and it's peaceful.
Very.
There's not a lot of people here like the last one we went to, right? Totally different animal
Yeah.
when you're coming over here. But I did show them the little dump place where people take their portable dump tanks and throw it in.
I didn't see that.
And there's water right over there. And the other side's a drinking fountain. I was also saying how that has like a threaded line on it, which
Oh,
normally you got to have your water bandits with you for that type of stuff.
interesting. All
The
right,
water
let's go
bandit.
explore some more.
The water bandit.
All right, so here is as you leave the campground, and Scott's going to drive around to the dump station. There you go. There's the dump, and then you got fresh water here to fill. And then we're going to show you the bridge that Scott spoke about, one-way bridge. Wanted to give you a quick look at our site 81 here at Newhalem Campground. When you're facing the site to the right, there is a site there, but it's a good distance. And then when you're looking at our site, the next person, you can kind of see their bear box right there. Not too bad. We have seen better sites at this campground. We drove around. But either way, you can see it's got a pretty big size pad. Right now there are wildfires here in Washington. We're here in September of 2023 and they have a fire ban going. So we are not allowed to do any fires. So no fires allowed, but usually when there is no fire ban, they do have a fire pit, and as you can see, a grill, a grate on top of it. Every site has bear boxes, and they also have picnic tables at all of the sites. This site 81 is right against the road, just like one of our other sites. I just want to show you. So this would be a nice area for a tent. You can see it's all cleared out. But I just want to show you the road. So once again, if road noise bothers you, this is a very quiet campground. But if road noise does bother you, then site 81 is not the site for you. I want to go show you a couple of sites that I'm going to write down that I thought were really nice. And we're going to show you those now. Here's a nice site right here, 79. Pretty level. Actually, it looks very level, huh?
Yeah.
It's a level site. It is obviously reservable because somebody has it taken. Someone's reserved it already. 79. Nobody behind you. Is that this the door side?
That's the door
If you
side.
back up.
Yep.
Yep. When you back up, the door side is right there. Pretty nice. And the next person is that blue tent over there, and the RV is on the other side of the loop. So 79. Good site. Here's another good one that we thought, in our opinion, 37. It's a really level site. Pretty long. It's a big site. And look at all this space back here. That's just woods. Look at that. Looks like it has 2 pads for tents. Their bear box and the fire ring right there. But that's weird, it has 2.
Yeah.
But anyway, 37. We think it's a pretty good site. Here's another nice site, number 50. They're all pretty level here. There's a picnic table and the bear box. Nobody behind you. The next one over here is way down there. And the next one, not too far, but there's lots of vegetation in between. So this is number 50. And this is just a little walk around loop A. Look at site number 5. It's a pull through, but it is close. I see a hammock from the site before, or the site next to it. That's a nice, wide, huge site. Here's site 18. Look how huge that site is. Super long, but it's got 2 picnic tables. I'm wondering if these are group sites. But site 18 is a good one. Site 116. Look how wide that one is. That's a super wide site. Very nice. The next person is right there in that area. Very nice and wooded. Level. You get 2 cars side by side easy here. An RV and your car next to it. Or if you have a 5th wheel or whatever, you can get that in and then park next to it if you wanted to. Once again, that's 116. They do have handicap accessible sites, in case you're wondering. This is site 102. Restrooms are right there. Just like every other site, they do have a bear box, picnic table, and for this site in particular, probably because it is handicap accessible, they do have a grill which you can reach. They do have a little fire circle, but I think it's nice that they have this so that you're able to reach it if you have mobility issues. And they do have it flattened out here so you could just go right on up.
Very peaceful park.
Very nice sites. Level. A lot of them are level.
A lot of them are level. Not much level needs to go on, except for there's a couple you might need, you know, get some levelers out. But other than that, can't complain about the park really. It's a relaxing park, should I say? Yeah, very relaxing. And there is we are getting is it internet, cell phone? I don't know how to say it, but yeah. We got internet. We got a hotspot, so we do have. It's slow. Very slow. Very
slow. But from what I had read, there was no wireless or no connection here in North Cascades. But we have it here in Newhalem Campground. We do have internet or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I just like to add.
I don't know.
When we do power up our hotspot, I do notice like a couple Starlink people here, so they're probably getting Starlink here also. If you do have Starlink, but we don't have Verizon or anything like that. We just have Metro, powered by T-Mobile, and we're getting phone service and you know, spotty, but decent internet.
Yeah. All right. So we hope that you guys found this information helpful on Newhalem Creek Campground. One quick thing also: no showers here. So if you're in a tent or something, you're gonna have to bring one of them hot water bottle things or whatever you need to do to take a shower. But no showers at this campground.
I'm enjoying the campground. All in all, it's a nice campground.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It was a good last minute decision, I think.
Yeah. So remember, guys, hitting that like button is free as always, and so are smiles. So until the next video,
we'll see you.
We'll see you guys then.
Bye. Bye. Loop around the river something. What is it called? River Loop Trail. Okay. All right, so we just wanted to talk a little bit about this campground, which is and this is just a little walk around loop. What is this, A?